Hey everyone, Christian here, and this is going to be a vlog about a Sabal palmetto. But it's not any Sabal palmetto, it is a Sabal palmetto with a twist, literally. As you can see right here, this palmetto once was lying on the ground here. This was once just woods, and we're at a park on the north side of Venice, and we are right by the river actually. Mac River's right there. And this palmetto, maybe during Hurricane Charlie, was knocked. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Maybe it could have been during a flood, but it was knocked on the ground completely. You can see here, and we're going to look at the root system, but you can see that the root literally was knocked 180, or I should say 90 degrees to the ground, sat there, re-rooted itself, and at this point, it actually started growing back up, just probably recovered, and now is very healthy and putting out a bunch of bracts of seed. In fact, they're nice and easy to get to if I wanted palmetto seed. So this is kind of a testament to how tough and hardy a palmetto is. Even the fact that the roots manage to regenerate after getting ripped out like that, because oftentimes people, will mention palmettos aren't that root hardy, meaning that when their roots are disturbed, they tend to die. So in this case, even though the roots were totally ripped one way out of the ground, this thing still made it. It looks like it had a little bit of an issue with rot there, but where it could have been something scraped it. But the fact that it was able to recover from that is something not many palms can do. So this is not actually uncommon to see. There's actually a palmetto that was knocked over by a truck near my sister's house, and it's recovering nicely and grows over a ditch now because of its lean. So but not many palms will do this once knocked over. I've seen a few other I've seen a Bismarck actually, not completely like this, but Washingtonias seem to be okay with it. But I haven't seen even stuff like Royals be okay with getting uprooted like this. I think it's because it requires so much water, and they tend to dry out and die when their roots are this heavily exposed. So you can see here, some of these palms I think were actually planted. This one looks too fat to be like a native palmetto. That wasn't just actually planted here along the parkway. So, but it's kind of neat how this palm kind of curves up right in front of the walkway, and I don't think that was unintentional by any means. But it's unknown whether this was here before the park was made, or whether it came afterwards. So, is that a motorized vehicle coming down the road? But anyway, okay, sorry about that, guys. I was wondering, this is like a bike path. So but anyway, so we have a testament, other palms that, having a palm this hardy is why palmettos are planted out so much is, here's a little testament as to why they are, I guess you could say, because of their ability to just withstand such extremities, not to mention full sun, full category 4 or 5 winds. Sometimes they're the only palms, along with coconuts and royals, that are standing after a category 5 hurricane in the Caribbean or southeastern United States, like during Hurricane Andrew or like Hurricane Michael. So these, but they still just kind of come back, and they'll come back from like, if this place happens to catch fire during the dry season, you'll see a lot of black scorching on palmetto trunks. And I mean, this area not so much because we're so close to the water, but higher areas you'll see scorch marks on some of the trunks there. So but yeah, it's just amazing how it's able to do that and come back as if nothing has happened, and it looks just as healthy as it were if it just was standing straight up. It doesn't have any issues. Sometimes queens will do this and they won't have a very nice crown about them, but this one seems to kind of look about just as good as it would be if it never was knocked over in the first place. There's no real stunting right around the curvy area. So one thing I might add is it might have been a good rainy season after this happened, and the water actually stimulated the plant more to give it a fuller crown. So oftentimes, the trunk will tell a story about a palm and why it's, this was a skinnier palmetto, and this palmetto over here is quite fat. So this one was either in heavy water, or was in cultivation before it came here. So look for sometimes. Like a palmetto may not be that interesting to many Floridians, but look for the interesting ones that may have been struck by lightning and split into multi-heads, which are actually pretty rare if you find some. Ones that have fallen over and recurved, some that have kind of like grow over the rivers, at an angle, and some that just kind of, just for one reason or another don't look normal. So I always look for the abnormal stuff. I find it interesting, and you know, I always encourage others to try and find the oddities, variegated ones, mutated ones. So there's all sorts of palmettos, but one thing I should add is that when this thing does tip over, there's no added support here besides it just laying on the ground. There's no extra roots or anything. All the roots are going to be right there. Palms rarely will put out new stilt roots, especially Caribbean stuff, or you know, or north or eastern Atlantic palms, or southeastern U.S. palms, I should say. Some stilt-rooted palms will actually do that, like Camedurias, but this is not far from a Cameduria. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and leave that there. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel and you want to see some more palm reviews and videos like this, go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell notification. You'll see when I go live, and we go live and talk about palms fairly regularly. And if you have any questions about curving, weird, mutated, interesting palms, go ahead and leave it down below, and I'll get back to everyone as soon as I can. And thanks for watching.